guys, what's up? I hope that you are all doing well. First off, please make sure that you like this video. Also, please make sure that you subscribe and you share this video with anyone who you feel like needs to hear these messages. And so I really wanted to talk about, I want to continue a conversation of something I talked about last week, which was just the idea that, you don't have to change yourself in order for someone to love you in the way that you want to be loved. And I was thinking about this because I want to focus in on our conversation today, more so about how sometimes we feel like we need to change our bodies in order to be loved or accepted by other people. And that was really something that I have been thinking about for the past couple of days. And so there was this woman that I connected with last week who is hosting a free masterclass, and it's all about like loving yourself. And the first thing that I thought about when hearing from her was about how, we place so much emphasis on what we look like, and we really believe that, how we look is going to make or break our relationships, or it's going to really determine if we're going to have successful relationships in the future or not. And this is such a huge paradigm that I see breaking down now in the world, just with people trying to learn how to love themselves and accept and love other people for what they already look like without feeling like you have to change anything about your like physical appearance. One thing that stands out to me is the fact that, weight is talked about a lot too. So I actually have been like gaining more weight in my own personal life. Like, this is the most I've ever weighed in my life. I've consistently been like 115 pounds for the last 10 years of my life. So being anything over that really is like a completely new like realm for me. But it was definitely something that I wanted to work on. I wanted to focus on how I could gain more weight, because that's always been a challenge for me of like gaining more. And I eat a lot, but like I just have trouble gaining weight. But actually, I've gained like 20 something pounds, and I felt so good about that. But then I really started to think to myself, like, oh my gosh, like I started having old stories come up about just being able to heal my relationship with loving myself. I've heard so many people in the world like talking about how they feel like maybe they're too like out of shape to get a person, or maybe you feel like you're like too skinny or too frail. And it seems like there's never a perfect middle where people feel like they're just 100% like confident in themselves and their bodies. They're always like looking for something to morph and change to become like a better like looking person. But the thing about that is when you're so stuck in that mode, you're never going to be like satisfied with what you look like, because you're always going to be nitpicking at like little things. But the truth of the matter is, and I've told you guys like this last week, but I feel like it needs to be said again, is that you can be loved the way that you are literally right now. Like, the right people are going to love you and accept you for what you look like right now. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with, exercising or getting yourself in shape or doing things that you really feel like you want to do. But it comes from a not so good place, though, I think, whenever you feel like you want to change things about yourself just because you want someone specifically to love you, or you want to fit into what their idea of the perfect person or woman looks like. Like, that really is such a problem. And I know that many of you who are watching this video have probably felt pressured in that way, either from the words that other people have shared with you, or maybe you just kind of like place that pressure on yourself. Either way, both of those things are definitely valid. But the kinds of stories that were coming up in my mind around just like, my body and like my weight, it really made me start to think about just how much people feel like they need to like change themselves. And like, you literally don't have to do that. Like, you're fine the way that you are, seriously. And I truly mean that from my heart and soul. And it's always good to, take care of yourself, care for yourself and your body, but like nobody can tell you that you're supposed to look a specific way. Like, this is honestly, like, this is probably one of the best times like I've ever felt in terms of um like my physical weight and things like that. And it's because I've been able to change some of the stories that I have around my relationship to food, to my body. I start to think now about my body as something that is worthy. It's worthy of love and of care. The things that I am eating are meant to fuel my body. They're meant to nourish it. They're not supposed to be a detriment to my health. I've also started to shift the kinds of ways that I see it, right? Like, now I see it as my body is the thing that can support me through the experiences that I'm having. Being at a heavier weight now, it feels like somewhat better to me. Like, it feels like I have more energy to do things. I feel like I like am eating the things that I really want to eat, because I know some of you have this challenge where you're like restricting yourselves, or you're not eating the things that you really want to eat because you're worried about weight gain and like physical appearance. Me personally, like I've always been someone that like eats a lot, and the times where I wouldn't really eat, it's mainly just due to like my anxiety and feeling so anxious that I just like literally just forget to eat. But now that I'm at a different weight, I've been able to kind of shift through different stories and have different experiences where I'm thinking about things, and I'm thinking about why do I want to work towards them. So if anything that I'm saying to you is triggering you right now, I want you to really drop down and take a second to focus on the relationship that you have to like your physical vehicle, because like that is the thing. I really do believe that we chose what we were going to look like when we came to incarnate on this planet. I truly do believe that. And there's nothing wrong with, changing your physical appearance. I don't see anything wrong with that unless you are intentionally doing things to try to gain someone else's approval, or if you're doing something that comes out of like a place of trying to harm yourself or like damage your body in any way. I don't personally recommend ever doing anything like that, because that's really harmful to you, and you deserve so much better than that. And I know that I've been speaking for a while, and it kind of sounds like my words are a little bit all over the place with this, but it's because like I wasn't exactly sure of what I really wanted to talk about on this topic. I just kind of wanted to just be here for you guys and share whatever came up for me on that, because I definitely feel like that is something that is really relevant right now in the world, especially when it comes to like the whole portal that's opening up on Tuesday. So guys, that's like a really good day to focus on healing your relationship to your body. Maybe if you have issues like healing your relationship to like sex, that's like a really good thing for you to focus on Tuesday. And also keep in mind that all of the things that you are trying to like work on and manifest your inner work on, all those things can always be improved, and you are absolutely worthy of having all the things that you want. You're powerful enough to manifest all the things that you want. You just sometimes have to put in the work for it, and it can be really scary to do work on things, especially if you feel like you've been disappointed a lot in the past, or maybe you have a hard time getting the results that you want because you feel like you don't have the right tools to be able to do those things. So if you guys need help with anything, and any of the words that I've been sharing with you are resonating, please reach out to me. I do a lot of work helping people in their twin flame dynamics. I do work with helping people just to truly build the life that they're picturing for themselves. I'd love to help any of you, and if that's the case, please make sure that you visit my website. You can reach out to me on there and you can see all the services and read more about me on there, guys. Or you can email me directly at biancaward@gmail.com. I always post my website link in the description box. And also, guys, please make sure that you share this video with anyone who you feel like needs it, and make sure that you please subscribe to my channel. I'm so grateful to have you guys here. I do post a new video every single day, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I absolutely am so grateful. So thank you so much. Bye, guys.